What's going on, guys? I'm a regular guy at the Regular Guy Firearms channel. Thanks for watching. Alright, so, well, I noticed quite a while ago that there weren't many decent reviews on a pretty good rifle, actually. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P-15, not the M&P-15 Sport, and aside of the 10 billion reviews that are available for that, and maybe one or two kind of bad reviews on this guy so far, for the most part, and unboxing reviews, which you guys know I hate. I didn't really see anything on a pretty solid piece of kit. So here it is. I borrowed this from my buddy Trevor, along with the glass, and yeah, reviews coming on that very shortly. But here's the thing. I've seen a lot of Smith & Wesson M&Ps come through class and stuff like that. And really, as far as the review is concerned, getting the footage and everything else was really a formality. These are fantastic rifles. Now, as far as specifics to the individual rifle, what you can expect is the standard as far as mil-spec quality and all other stuff. The only thing that's kind of weird, for the most part, about these individual rifles is that they are 1-in-8 twist guns. And I'm gonna have to balance this, kind of weird. If this will focus, it's not gonna, and screw that. But they're 1-in-8 twist guns, which is actually kind of neat, because if you want to vary up certain different hunting loads or match loads and stuff like that, you can. And the other thing that's kind of weird about these guns individually is the proprietary muzzle device that Smith & Wesson decided to put on the guns themselves. Now, while it is perfectly interchangeable and everything else, the muzzle device itself is perfectly fine. It hides flash just fine, and it compensates to a degree, and 5.56 isn't really a heavy recoiling cartridge anyway. So this rifle came out to a class that I taught, actually, and the footage is from is basically from a test class on a rifle course that I drummed up with a couple other guys, and that we ran this past weekend. Within that class, this guy shot something just over 1,000 rounds, and absolutely no problems with it whatsoever, aside of a single double feed caused by a faulty magazine for the most part. Well, that's actually exactly what happened. Faulty magazine caused a double feed. So, you know, there ain't really much to say about it other than, well, yeah, it's pretty AR-like. It's exactly what it is. It's got the same base of performance and quality standard and all that other stuff as most ARs from reputable manufacturers do. The only additional thing is that this is Smith & Wesson's MAGPUL M&P-15, which all that really means is that it comes with the furniture, a MOE stock, their standard grip, a set of handguards for it, and and a special little branding that they do on the receiver itself. Now, as far as performance of a rifle and everything else, you know, same thing that you would expect of a lot of different ARs as far as ability to hit things at distance, consistent, effortless hits at 300. The guy that you see shooting in the video is a pretty good friend of mine, and he was one of the students in the class, and he shot this thing really well both days. And additionally, this is not a carbine length gas system gun. This rifle is a mid-length gas system gun, so the only real benefits that you get from that really are a little bit of a smoother impulse and a little less violence in the action as far as how much gas is being thrown into your moving components. So, you know, there isn't really much more to say. Now, people are going to ask about price point and whatnot. Well, the guns themselves, as far as MSRP, are usually around $1,100–$1,200. If you look really hard, you can pick them up for less than that. The friend of mine that owns this rifle picked it up for like $860. He got like a blue label price for it someplace. So all you got to do is a little bit of shopping, and you can figure that out on your own. Now, as far as quality of parts and all this other stuff, there was exactly one thing that I noticed about the rifle that is not really an issue, especially since you can solve it on your own. But for all of the quality and attention to detail that Smith & Wesson put into the rifle, I was a little annoyed at the fact that the castle nut back here wasn't staked into place. Now, in all honesty, it's a little bit of laziness, but then again, it's not something that you can't solve with a wedge or a or a thick flathead screwdriver and a hammer in about 10 seconds worth of just staking into place. It's not that big of a deal, but it is something that I did notice, and it's something that you should pay attention to when you go ahead and pick up this rifle. Other than that, though, there isn't really much that I can say. When it ran through the class and ran through just over 1,000 rounds within those 2 days, it ran 100%. It was real hot outside. You guys see it already. There were a lot of rocks, and there was a lot of dirt and dust being kicked up by the shooters themselves, and it ran just fine. But all that being said, it's just yet another AR that's under a good name that runs really well and accurately. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post that in the comments below. If you have any experience with the rifle, feel free to share that with the guys in the comments below. And that's really it. Oh, and one last thing. All of the ammunition that was ran through this during the class was steel cased. So however it ran during the class, it would run even better as far as reliability with brass cased ammunition. But that's all I got, guys. And remember, a regular guy's firearm is the last defense against tyranny. Be easy.